required to report it under suspicious transaction. So ang question is, did they report it as a suspicious transaction or did they allow hundreds of millions of withdrawals and look the other way na lang?
Iyan yun sa flood control. Yan, sir, yun sa flood control issue. Flood control, yung pondo sa maleta, yan yung sinasabi mo that pag suspicious account, the bank should have issued a red flag. And
So, kasi when the bank reports it to AMLA, AMLA can freeze already the account a suspicious account.
and there has never been freezing of any account in your recollection sa AMLA. Okay. Cora,
Yes.
all these things, you know,
Yeah.
anong
Hindi
kwan
na
sa ekonomiya?
Hindi na ako magpapatumpik-tumpik.
Oh.
The Filipino people are being scammed by this government. Okay. So, bakit scam? Kasi, wala kang lalabasan eh. Lahat sila nag-conspire na. Diba? They have weaponized most institutions. I don't know if there's still one institution that's independent or you can call independent. No? So, tapos, nadagdagan pa nitong krisis sa Middle East. So, maswerte na tayo kung yung economy mag-grow ng 3%. Kasi nung fourth quarter last year, 3% yung growth.
Ang
December
projection
yun,
nila daw ngayon, 7%.
Ay, nako,
Doon
good
sa
luck.
interview sa kanya.
Good luck. I think struggle pa yung 3%.
This
Tapos,
quarter.
Well, the whole year.
The whole
Depende,
year.
no? Depende kung saan pupunta itong gera. Inflation could be between 15 and 25%.
Wow.
Depende kung gaano katagal yung gera. Kasi kung ang diesel at saka gasolina already went up by more than 60 to 120%, di ba may trickle down effect yan eh. So, pag ganyan ang inflation mo, mag-cost cutting ang mga companies, magmamass layoff. So currently, your unemployment is 5.8% or 3 million Filipinos, almost 3 million
So
Filipinos.
that will shoot up.
Pwedeng mag 5 million yun, pwedeng mag 6 million. Kasi nga may mga fresh graduates ka pa, may mga OFWs kang umuwi. Walang trabaho mahanap yun,
Yeah.
di ba? Kung may repatriation plan sila, magbibigay sila ng trabaho. Ngayon, wala, di ba? So, saan pupunta itong mga taong to? Yung savings sila mauubos. Actually, sa dami ng baha na dinaanan ng Pilipino, babaha pa ulit ngayon, walang flood control, yung savings mo talaga mauubos.
What do you think of a stimulus package?
Saan manggagaling yung stimulus? Mangungutang sila? Kasi budget deficit pa tayo. Laki-laki pa ng deficit eh. Mangungutang sila. Yung uutangin nila, gagamitin ba talaga sa tama yun?
So
Kasi
nandun
nga-
pa rin yung trust.
Yes. That's why
The
the
issue of
trust,
trust.
that's why the net trust rating of the president is -9. Diba? Kasi saan gagamitin yung pera? Nakakasiguro ba tayo na yung perang uutangin nila, like ngayon sa World Bank, gagamitin sa tama? Yung Maharlika Fund, saan napunta yung pera? Di ba dapat sa infrastructure yan? Anong nilaunch ni Presidente?
Wala.
Anong klaseng di ba footbridge? Oh, so,
So give me a positive ring on you know.
wala.
Wala kang makitang positive.
Wala.
Program fund that was included after not the third readings of the houses, both the House and the Senate, but after the BICAM. So the first slide will show you, let's put up the slide, Panay Guimaras Island Bridges Project, 3 billion. Universal access to quality tertiary education, 7 billion. This was from the program transferred into the unprogram, correct, Soljan?
Yes, Your Honor.
And universal access to quality tertiary education, would you know if there is a law that actually requires funding for this? Universal access to quality tertiary education.
May I confer, Your Honor, with my team?
Yes, you may defer your answer until, unless you have it now. Yes? Is this the Bamakino law? Yes, and this is the law that actually provides free tertiary education, which was first under the President's budget program. But in 2024, it was moved to unprogram. And later on, of course, we will ask questions about whether this is in fact not only constitutional, but whether it was legal that it is moved from one program item to unprogram. Then there is number 11, a quite interesting nomenclature, priority social programs for health, social welfare and development. It says priority, but this also came from program and it was transferred to unprogram, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The AFP has been wanting modernization for a long time, But the revised AFP modernization program of 10 billion, is this billion? Yes, was transferred to unprogrammed funds, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Yes. Then also, payment of right-of-way was transferred from program to unprogrammed, amount of 3 billion, correct? Yes.
Correct, Your Honor.
And then pre-feasibility studies, preliminary and detailed engineering, 3 billion. Later on, we will encounter this again. And then next, public-private partnership, strategic support fund, maintenance, repair, rehabilitation of infrastructure. Number 17 is interesting. Government counterpart of foreign assisted project in the amount of 51 billion. This is different from the item on foreign assisted projects that I will show you later. This came from program. This was a definite expenditure for government counterpart for foreign assisted projects. It was moved from the program funds to the unprogrammed. Then next, for the repair, rehabilitation, and expansion of Dalawa International Airport, I can only guess who transferred this. Payment of personnel benefits in number 19. Madam Solgen, you agree that 59 billion for payment of personal benefits was considered as unprogrammed from program, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, pension and gratuity fund. This means that the retirement fund of a lot of our government employees. And I can only guess, perhaps a portion of this, some of our judiciary personnel not covered by our existing law, 40 billion, 250 also to the unprogrammed, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, you have the libreng sakay became unprogrammed, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, the screening of anti-terrorist equipment, etc., unprogrammed. National Data Privacy Program, 620 million, became unprogrammed. Preparation for national election in 2025, since there was no election, perhaps they moved it to unprogrammed. Construction and repair of NFA warehouse facilities, also unprogrammed. Development and modernization plan for the Iwahig. Then the next slide, you will see there, interestingly, acquisition of fire trucks became unprogrammed, not programmed. Then digital agriculture project also became unprogrammed. Then the next slide, aquaculture, fisheries, Marawi siege victims compensation program. This is the long-awaited compensation to the victims of Marawi. From program, it was transferred to unprogrammed. Supplementary feeding program, I think this was for younger kids that were indigents. Then, next slide, the creation of lawyer positions in the PAO became unprogrammed. Perhaps lawyers are not that important anyway. And then we have, finally, the last one, number 50, OWA Welfare Services. This is the office that produces support for OFWs, was also moved to the unprogrammed funds. This was in 2024. Oh, and total, at the end, there is local government support fund. In the amount of 5 billion was moved from program to unprogrammed. We will ask you later what this is, what this item is all about, or perhaps some of my colleagues will be able to ask you if I cannot. And the total in terms of additions to unprogrammed was 303 billion, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
But this was not all. There was an increase in the already set items for unprogrammed. And the first one was mentioned by one of our amici, and she called it a new pork barrel. I will not go to that extent because that may be a legal terminology, but it is definitely perhaps a lump sum item, which was covered also in the case of Arroyo, Belgica, especially the Belgica of 2013, penned by Justice Ben. So the NEP proposed that the SAGIP program was only 50 billion, but in 2024, this lump sum was increased to 225 billion pesos, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And for support to foreign assisted projects, maybe they were, as one of our amici was saying, they were predicting that some of the foreign assisted projects in the pipeline might be approved. It was increased from 117 to 178, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
So this is the situation that I think all of us are agreed upon. which is now at issue, because 2024, as shown by our various amici, was the year where there was an extraordinary increase in the amount of unappropriated, unprogrammed funds, not unappropriated, but unprogrammed funds.
And Eric, and yet, no, just a few days ago, inside Malacanang, an evening at Malacanang Palace marked the Manila debut of luxury wall covering House de Yone, hosted by First Lady Imelda, what's her name? Lisa Marcos.
Lisa Marcos.
Lisa Araneta Marcos. They had this, I want to show you the photos.
Sige, ma'am.
Super luxurious dinners. Okay, grabe. I mean, I don't even know how to describe. I'm at a loss for words. Because all of this is happening, and yet they have all these elegant and luxurious parties inside Malacanang.
Terrible.
Grabe na, while people are struggling to keep their heads above water, they're having all this. It was a long gown affair, and it was for fucking wall coverings. Diba?
Grabe.
Nagaling sa France. Napakawalang hiya ng adik na first lady na ito. Napakawalang hiya. Ano
And
yun?
that was just last night, ma'am, ah.
No, this was just, this was 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Yes. Grabe,
Grabe.
no, the indifference, the insensitivity.
So nag-fashion show ng gown. At may mga inimbitang mga taga-abroad, taga-dayuhang bansa para magpakita ng mga iba't ibang night and long gown, Ma'am Lorin.
Yeah. Yes. And it was
Grabe.
a sit down with, I'm going to look for that photo and I will show it. Okay, we'll show it maybe tomorrow. I'll be more
Terrible.
prepared tomorrow. So, but that event happened, and it was in the middle of all of this, no, in the middle of yung paghihirap ng Pilipino. It's like, and then they had fireworks again, and they had,
Oh,
the hell is wrong with these people?
baliw talaga itong gobyerno na pa.
Sobrang sakit na. Alam mo, so, you know what, Eric, no? The other day I was crying to my husband kasi binuksan ko yung inbox ko. There are people there asking me, Doktora, hanapan niyo kami ng trabaho. Ilan sila? Siguro mga
Yeah, I received that, ma'am.
nakakaiyak, sobra. Kahit na anong trabaho, Doktora, ano magagawa ako? Diba? Buti ko na
Kaya,
sa
ma'am.
gobyerno ko. Buti
And kahapon, ma'am, speaking about that, nawala ng trabaho, nagsarado po ang manufacturing. I think it's about garments and other cosmetics na trabaho sa Mandawi, Cebu Industrial Park, Ma'am Lorin. Umabot po sa 680 workers ang nawala ng trabaho.
Ilan,
Kahapon
Eric?
lang sa
Ilan?
Cebu. 680 workers. 680 workers. 680 families ang nawala ng trabaho at nagsarado na, Ma'am Lorin. For good, nag-declare na ng total bankruptcy due to lack of returns to the investment and shrinking market for the last 1 month, 30 days. Hindi na nakayanan na isubsidize pa. So tama ka dun sa binanggit mo na mga nawawala ng trabaho, humihingi ng tulong. Pati ma'am sa akin nagre-request sa messenger kung pwede ma-refer sila sa kung anumang trabaho mula po sa aking connection daw o kakilala. Wala tayong magagawa, ma'am, dahil hindi naman tayo ang gobyerno at hindi tayo ang nasa poder para gawin yon.
Kasi siya yung namumuno sa Pilipinas ngayon. No, hawak niya ang lahat, and it's not just him. It's not just him, unfortunately. It's an entire government that looks away and cooperates with him. No, it's a grand conspiracy to steal from the Filipino people, to look away while our country drowns. No, so wala na akong maisip na ahensya sa gobyerno na hindi nakikisama dito sa adik na ito, na pinagtatakpan pa. No, hindi nga, ano mo, all these ridiculous things are already coming out, diba, Eric? Merong ICI na report pero hindi lumabas. Ayaw nila i-release yung report na yon, diba? So
Tama.
maraming I cannot think of one thing that's going right in this government. Can you think? I'm thinking right. Wala akong makita. At ang pinaka naghihirap dito yung pinaka sa baba, at mas dadami tayo na nandyan sa baba. A lot of people will slide down into poverty and have already slid down into poverty because of the greed of this Bongbong Marcos na isang kleptomania. Kasama niya yung kanyang pinsan at yung asawa niya na mga sticky fingers. Hindi nila mapigilan ang pagnanakaw nila sa Pilipino. Na kahit na ngayon nagsasalita tayo at nga inulanan na sila ng criticisms, nag-minus na yung trust rating nila, pero hindi sila tumitigil. No?
Tama. And ma'am, speaking about sa sinabi mo kanina, nothing is going right under sa administrasyon na ito,
I cannot-
nila Marcos at nila Romualdez, wala talaga ma'am. Kasi tingnan mo mga kababayan ha, ang presyo ng produktong petrolyo ma'am, tayo lang sa buong Southeast Asia, ang tuloy-tuloy ang pagsirit ng presyo ng langis.
Eric, may sisingit ako ha.
Oo ma'am, sige go ahead
Dito
po.
sa Japan, 170 average, 170 yen per liter before the Middle East crisis. Tapos for 2 days, umakyat siya nung nagka-Middle East crisis, umakyat siya ng 220 yen per liter. And then it went back to 170 yen per liter. Good governance, di ba? So hindi nahihirapan ng
Correct.
tao. Okay, go
Correct.
ahead, Eric. No, just
Tama
for
ka dun, Ma'am Lorraine.
illustration. Yeah.
Oo, maganda yung punto mo kasi wala pong government intervention, wala pong government protection ang Marcos na gobyerno sa taong bayan, sa mga consumers. Kung ikukumpara sa bansang Japan, kung ikukumpara sa Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia,
Kahit na
Malaysia,
Cambodia,
kahit Cambodia, Laos,
Yeah.
mga kababayan, nakaya po nilang panatilihing stable, affordable, at within the reach ng mga konsumidor at mamamayan nila ang presyo ng produktong petrolyo nila na ginagamit araw-araw. Ma'am, ang average lang sa Southeast Asia right now, nang tiningnan ko po sa Brent Crude Oil Index ng mga bansang nagkakaroon po ng monitoring sa movement ng prices, umaabot lang po sa 85 pesos to 90 pesos lang per litro ang mga produktong petrolyo, diesel man, gasoline or kerosene, at pati na mga liquefied petroleum products ay hindi po umabot ng 100 pesos equivalent per liter. Sa atin po, beyond the roof, no, umaapaw na po sa bubong at limit 160 sa diesel pesos per liter, 128 pesos sa gasolina, a difference of more than 50 pesos per liter. Sa mga karatig bansa natin at ang ginabanggit ni Ma'am Lorraine, Japan is also an importing country. Wala po silang langis. Nag-i-import po ang Japan, but they can manage their oil supply dahil inaayos ng gobyerno nila ang supply, ang presyo. Hindi po sila apektado ng kahit isang taon pa na magkaroon ng krisis sa Middle East. Kaya nila pong magkaroon ng tuloy-tuloy na supply dahil sa supply and regulation management ng kanilang gobyerno. Yan
Yung mga banateros, 40 pesos per kilo. Tapos ibebenta sa Maynila ng 30 or 20. Ilang piraso lang, mga 8. Oo nga.
Maganda yung variety. Yan ay, ano lang yan, yung nabili ko na ba ito?
Yun.
Ah.
Grabe.
Grabe
So,
bunga, oh.
biruin mo, 40 pesos per kilo. Grabe na yun. Ganyan kahirap ang dinadaanas ng mga farmers natin ngayon. Tapos sila nagpapakahirap. Sila yung nagdudugot pawis ang inilalaan, tapos bibilin sa kanila ng mura, tapos ibibenta. So ibig sabihin pa, tubong lugaw yung mga humahango, no?
Oo, tubong lugaw talaga. Pag nabili nila sa'yo, sila na magtataas ng presyo.
Grabe, no?
Oo.
Biruin mo yun, 40 pesos per kilo, tapos ibibenta dun sa Maynila ng 20 pesos. So ibig sabihin, sa dalawang...
Ganito. Lima na yan. Ganyan.
So ibig sabihin pa sa dalawang tali, ano na, bawi na yung tubo
Oo, bawi na
sa
sila.
1 kilo. Eh wala namang 1 kilo yung dalawang tali eh.
Talaga.
Grabe, no? Lupit. Grabing ano, pang nangyayaring krisis sa atin. Eh wala pa nga daw krisis eh.
Kaya gusto ko, makabalik na ng Duterte. Para ano ulit eh.
Duterte talaga, no?
Oo.
Iba talaga yung ano.
Kagaya nito, yung pananaw ko lang nagkagira sa Middle East. Tapos, yung pundo na gasolina dito hindi pa nga, unang gira pa nga lang doon, bigla nang tumaas ang gasolina Siyempre, hindi pa dumarating yung inang Molino habang nagigira. Ba't bigla nang nagtaas ang gasolina?
Hindi
Diba?
pinagtataka ng taong bayan pa eh. Bakit ano? Bakit ganun yung nangyari?
Economic sabotage na yung ginagawa nila.
Eh maraming mga nagsasabi na ano daw, may sindikatong kumokontrol. Yung mga businessman.
Kung hindi nila ginawa yan na nagtaas, ibig sabihin yan, control nila ang problema ng bansa. Doon ka hahanga sana. Kaso wala Kagaya nito, hindi ko nga madiligan dahil walang gasolina
Kita mo.
Tingnan mo, tuyong-tuyo. Imbis na ang...
Yan natuyo yung lupa rito guys. Eh kasi pa, nung nagbaha sa Maynila, sabi ni Marcos, ipunin daw yung tubig. Gamitin sa tagtuyot. Ito na pala yun kasi nga, magmamahal yung gasolina, eh kayong mga farmers ang maapektuhan dahil yung gasolina tumaas. So hindi nyo magagamit yung mga pump nyo kasi mahal-mahal ng gasolina.
100 per liter.
Per liter.
Dito ngayon sa ating
Grabe, no? Tindi.
Pintong Bukawi.
Ano naman yung ano mo ba? Ano naman yung request mo, yung hiling mo sa gobyerno dahil sa nangyayari ngayon? Malay mo, baka ikaw ang susi na ano.
Ang
Madinig
hiling ko
mo.
lang, bilang isang farmers, sana ay mabigyan sila kami ng mga sariling pagkukuhanan ng tubig. Kagaya ng mga deep well. Kasi kaming mga farmers, kami yun talaga yung backbone ng Pilipinas sa ating bansa eh.
Totoo yun.
Kung wala ng farmers, ano pang kakainin nilang
Wala,
sitaw?
nga.
Oo. Kain sila damo talaga.
Damo ang kakainin.
Oo. Eh kung hindi naman sila makapagbigay ng mga mga magagamit na mga makinarya sa pagpa-farmers, saka yung mga buto na mga itatanim, wala na. Wala nang paraan. Kasi ang mga farmers masisipag yan eh. Gagawa at gagawa ng paraan para meron pa rin aanihin. Kasi kung hindi gagawa, hindi na magtatanim, wala namang pagkain ng farmers eh. Kasi yan, mangungutang na ng pagkain yan. Sana tatakbo yan.
Tapos baka hindi na rin magtanim. Tama
Oo.
rin na.
Wala na talaga. Kaya kung nakikita ko na naninilaw na siya, winiwisikan ko na rin yung puno. Ginagamitan ko ng garden hose. Yan lang ang paraan nito. Para magkaroon siya ng bunga o kaya makaabot pa sa tag-ulan.
So yun lang hiling nyo, no? Pero
Oo.
ang babaw lang pala ng kahilingan ng mga farmers.
Oo. Mabigyan lang na kami ng mga buto. Tapos yung mga, hindi lang naman sa mga buto, mga pang-spray, pang-insecticide, saka herbicide. Yun naman ang kailangan para may aanihin eh.
Kaso
Yung
ngayon,
tinatawag na
ang mahal na ng mga ganyan, no?
sistema. Kung nagtanim ka, may sistema dapat. Meron kang panustos dun sa tinanim mo, meron kang magagamit. Kung itinanim mo, wala ka ng panustos dyan. Pag sibol niyang ganyan, kakain ng uod yan eh. Ano pang i-spray mo dyan na pesticide? Kung walang manggagaling sa gobyerno. Ano naman may bibili ko, naghihirap ka kung buhay ko. Imbis na, pambili ko na ng bigas. 1 kilong bigas. Ibibili ko pa ng pesticide o kaya herbicide. Pangdamo. Itong tinatawag na soft grass saka crack grass. Ayan kaya nga ang dami kasi walang pang-spray. Tinatabas-tabas ko na lang yan
Tiyaga na lang.
Tiyaga para hindi maapektuhan tong puno ng mga halaman.
Simple lang ng hiling ng mga farmers, pero trilyon ang nawawalang pera. Gasino ba nailaan sa inyo yung 1 trilyon, no?
Oo. Eh kung ako, mabigyan lang isang makinarya dito sa isang patubig.
Okay
Pati
na.
sana yung bundok na yun, matatamnan ko talaga yan.
Yun,
Para yun yung
lawak pa ng
pagkasisan
lupa
namin.
niya.
Pilipinas, mga Pinoy, hindi magugutom talaga.
Anong patubig yung pump, no?
O, deep well, tapos pump. Magkaroon ka doon
Ano yung deep well pa?
yung bubutasin tong lupa, tapos makuha mo yung bukal,
Okay.
tapos papahititan mo yan ng yung tinatawag na water pump. Magkaroon ka ng mga drum doon sa taas na yon, yun naman gagamitin mo na.
Pang dilig.
Oo.
Ayos din pala. No?
Kahit pa araw-araw ka na magdilig.
Kaso paano mo mapapagana nga? Mahal ng gasolina.
Yun nga lang sana hinihiling ko, yung tulong ng gobyerno na yan eh. Kaso hindi naman tayo napapansin.
Ay, nako po.
Ano yan?